The oceans are calling, and it's time for a treasure hunt. So let's go. So, game of attack right now. Best bet for me is to go to the Pirate's Fortress. Like, I can get through, I want to say like 80% of the checks in there with what I've got. Like, it's not, like, it's stuff, yes, but it's not a whole lot. So, that's about the best bet I can do right now. So we'll see. But there is a Gossip Stone over here I want to get. Because hints are still hints, even at this late in the stage of the game. I can still remember one of my previous randomizers finding a late game hint saved me, so... I want to take advantage of these as much as I can. And hope, like, I have to find a hookshot soon. Like, the hookshot cannot be anywhere in Ikana. Like, so I don't have to worry about that. But I am running out of spots for the hookshot to be. So I have to keep hunting. But more importantly, I do need to start finding ocarina songs for the temples. Well, I don't think I have to worry too much about money issues right now. Oops, that is a fish. A bonefish. Oh good, I have the map too, so I really can keep an eye on the pirates. Proper timing and everything. Hey, bomb bag! I have explosives! Finally! That took way too long. Okay, I will get the other chest down there, because timing-wise, this is perfect. Ooh, even better. Perfect landing. Oh, that feels so good. I have explosives! Oops. I want in! Okay, great. This is perfect. So let's just take a gander down here at chest number 3. And we get a heart piece. We'll probably start seeing a lot of those soon. Okay, this is great. Finding bombs means I can get into the Swamp Spider house. I can't get very far, but that's a start. Hookshot is still the big thing that I'm looking for right now. I find the hookshot, that swamp house is as good as completed. So I just gotta do my usual shenanigans to infiltrate the fortress. And what do we find? The land title deed. Okay. I'll take a note of that. Okay, so that means a return trip to the swamp in this cycle could yield me a trade. I know I've got a few things coming up here I can get. Maybe one of these will be good. Ow. Alright, so I can see 3 items in this room. So hopefully I'll get some good stuff. Item number 1. Ocean Ferry. Item number 2. Bomb Chew. I'm not gonna bother. I know what usually happens when I find... That was cool. That was unintended, but it was cool. Alright, item 3. Stone Tower Stray, which, again, I think is unnecessary for this seed. Since I know Ikana Canyon is foolish. Okay. Alright, let's get into the fortress. In all fairness, there might not even be too much more for me to do. Like, the only thing that I really can do, and it's real stretch. Oh, I'm almost dead, too, now that I think about it. I should be careful. I can get the... I can get one chest that's near Ariel's room. And I can get the chest that's actually in Ariel's room, but that would require me to do a lot of stealthing. So I'm real curious what this will be. Now, I don't have the seahorse right now either, so I don't think I'm going to do Pinnacle Rock. There's one chest that's over here. I'm going to get that. And then kind of stealth my way up the ladder. Oops, wrong way. It looked like that's the way you opened it, but that really doesn't make sense. Gilded sword! There we go, my favorite sword of the game. And without a shield, too. Okay, so you're that way. You're turning that way. Can't believe that worked. Does that be... Which way are you going? Oh, you're coming back, so I need to hang out here for a bit. Because I am fairly certain I am in your line of sight, and you're walking towards me. Now, this is a very interesting camera angle, I will say that much. So I just need you to turn. You're probably going to go around the place. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, you can hit the L button on your controller and you can turn the map off. I think this is kind of a very interesting camera angle. You're making your turns. There you go, so now you're just kind of walking around. Just doing your little turns there. Maybe when you're at the end of the bridge, I'll come up and take the shot. Because in this game, if you do get close enough with your fairy companion to give them attention, they will actually turn around and look at you, and then they'll look at you, and they'll throw you out. This might be the first time in forever that I have stealthed that section. Like, I've not used Stone Mask, I've not had a hook shot, like, I did that the old-fashioned way. And I don't even think I did it the old-fashioned way when I was a kid. I was like, no, I hate stealth. Oh, Stone Mask? Sign me up. It was like every subsequent time after I knew about the Stone Mask's existence, I would only ever use the Stone Mask here. Like, it's a huge time save, and the Stone Mask isn't too far out of the reach at that point to get. So it's like no-brainer. Get the Stone Mask. Makes this place so much simpler. So, come on, Song of Storms. You fooled me. Well, okay. I mean, that allows me to get rid of Jinx, I guess. Okay, well, the only way I'm getting out of here now is the old-fashioned way. Getting caught. Ooh, I wonder, can I catch a ride? Oh yeah, this is gonna be bad. I should probably make sure that I'm alive. Also, there's the boats. Up we go. All right. Well, that is very good for me. I have bombs. But now I have to think of my next option. I still cannot get to a temple, but I have bombs. What can bombs let me do? I might open up the first part of this ocean spider house and just see what I get. Because who knows? Like, a hookshot can legally be on that. So we'll just have to see. If that doesn't work... Next, best bet. Like, I know I need a hookshot right now. Like, that's a given. If this doesn't give me anything, I might go back up the mountain and do the smithy. Okay, bombs. Oh, there is also the bomb wall in the bomber hideout. Okay, so I cannot get you, and you're just an ocean fairy. I could get you, and you're a stone tower fairy. Okay, I can't get anything else right now. I need the hookshot. Okay, so I've just opened up those possibilities. I can't really even do anything in the graveyard, so I'm just going to ignore the graveyard. Right now, my destination is the mountain. But first things first. Bomber hideout on the east. And I can also do the Gorman Brothers race on day 2. Alright. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna test the Bomber Kid hideout. Get that bomb wall check figured out. I'll then go up the mountain, set up the smithy, because I've got the money. And then I will warp it to day 2, get the check, and then go back down the mountain and go do the Gorman Brother race. Feels weird not having a shield for all of this. But there are, honestly, times I've played these games where I don't have a shield or I've lost it. And I'm like, you know what? I like this look a little better. Okay, so Ocean Fairy, not needed. Somehow still alive. Okay. I want to try something here. So I came out of here as a Zora before. Ah, you're still gonna do it. I don't like this cutscene. Too much time waste. Especially for the number of times I have had to go in here, but I will take your recovery heart. Alright, up the mountain. Time to unfrost a smithy. Oops, too far. it does kind of work. Guess you just have to have a little bit of aim for that. And backflipping up is actually like a good idea. Okay. Now I have to remember I've got the mail and the deed there. All right. So we got that all figured out. So let's go ahead and advance time here. As soon as the game recognizes my ocarina inputs. Okay. Now, I guess I could also go up the mountain towards Snowhead, but I don't have the things necessary to do much up there. Bigger bomb bag! Oh boy. So I could have had bombs sooner. Oh well. I'm just happy that I have bombs. Like, for real, I'm just glad I have those. Okay, so let's go do a race with the Gorman brothers. As soon as I get moving. But then this will also lead me back to not having a whole lot I can work with. And I just started getting ideas too. I don't want this. I could have probably pushed you through the collision. That's the funnier part. I'm gonna go do the Gorman Brother race first, but I just remembered I could go do Day 2 Bats at the Grave, which also lets me do a grotto there. I don't have the lens, so I can't help Shiro. Well, I do have things to do, but it's, again, not a lot. Welcome to the really peaceful and happy Gorman Brothers track. Alright, here we go. Oops, took you a little too narrow. Just gotta keep an eye on my carrots. There we go. Doing good. This is where I make up time. Alright, here we go. No. Oh, this is bad. I think I lost. Don't think there's any way I'm getting behind or in front of you. Yep. I think I must have lost some traction on my control stick there. Alright, round 2. Yeah, let's just do it this way. I don't lose any speed. I'm doing okay. A little better here. There we go. Ooh, that turned out a lot better. There we go. I just wanted that one extra carrot just in case. There we go. Nothing to it. So what do you have? Oh, see, like I said, I was just gonna get Bomb Chew, no problem. Alright, well we got that solved, so let's go do Grave 2 Bats and the grotto that's up there too. Who knows, maybe that'll be the hook shot, and then I'll have all my problems solved. And then I've definitely got to go do the Oceanside Spider House. I got to get everything out of there. Yeah, that's my big ticket item right now. I need the hook shot. I do that, I have access to all 4 compass locations. I would very much like a Song of Soaring, but oh well. I can't ask for much right now, anyways. Not enough speed. Do the same thing again. There is that chest up there too, but again, that is hookshot locked. And we'll do all the Bomb Chew explosions over here, because I want to stay away from the Gossip Stone. Those are the words I did not want to see. Oh no! It's a good thing collecting keys is a permanent thing. Oh. Oh, I feel a little salty on that one. Well, thank you, Gossip Stone. You've just added like another 5 hours to this run. Not really, but it's still gonna feel like it. Ooh, nice. Double shot. Oh, that's right. I have longsword. Longsword is best sword. Right, some reason that that trigger goes first. I think that's all of them. Go talk to the slowest Dompe over here. You recognize that I did that? Yes. I clicked that way too fast, but Ocean Fairy number 4. Oh. Some days you just hear things you don't want to hear, and that was the thing I did not want to hear. Alright, what do you got? 20 rupees. Oh boy. Oh, wow, that just added way too much time to this race. Or, not even a race, it's just the seed in general. Okay. Options. I need options. Land title deed trade. There, I can do that. Oh, and I guess if I'm really lacking things to do right now, go back to the swamp and find the mountain deed. And then get the mountain deed to the ocean and trade that. That's about the best I can do right now. And then there's express mail on night 3. Oh boy, I have done this to myself. Well, let's keep the fun train going. Yeah. Nice thing with the swamp, I don't have to deal with boat archery, and if I choose to, I don't have to deal with the butler, because both of those items are not necessary for beating the game. So as soon as I get access to Woodfall and beat it, I'm done with the swamp. Alright, so we'll do the trade. Give me like Song of Soaring, please. Nope. I mean, I'm glad for the heart pieces, and I'm actually going to show off a trick here. Yeah. I waited till after I made the trade to show that it was a thing, but that is a thing you can do if you want to get what's on the roof. And you have the Goron mask. Okay, I have to get that Mountain Deed. Thankfully, I do remember where it is. Now, I guess, like, I ran under the assumption of it's something I don't need to get, but I don't know if it's one of those, like, hard-locked type of, like, you absolutely need the Lens of Truth to go to, the Goron Shrine. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the Mountain Deed. I'll go trade it. And then, when I'm done with that, I'll swing back around to the mountain, and I'll go up to do the Goron Shrine, because now I've got bombs. I can do bombs. Oh yeah, right. The roundabout way of using these boomerangs is the worst way. Okay, Mountain Deed has been recollected. Let's make my way back to the ocean. Oh, I wonder if I won't even see a dungeon until like the 6-hour mark. Not enough. I have to get over to this angle. And I do still have to remember I have express mail, so I have something to keep me going until night 3. Okay, I swear I heard Epona, but I feel like Epona despawns if you go through areas here. Okay, well, I do know I need Epona. Might as well get on the Epona Express here. Funny how I, like, waste time defeating these chews and I don't really need to. Maybe it's just, like, some part of me that's like, I'm invincible, let me just prove it. Alright, so we're back here. I do also have the ability to do Pinnacle Rock. I don't know if it's in logic, but I do know that Pinnacle Rock is something that I can work my way through. I've done the puzzle enough that I can do it. And I do have infinite magic. We'll see what I get from this trade, and I'll just kind of make a judgment call from that. Yeah, I see you coming. I'm gonna let you catch me. Not on your life. Almost. Alright, let's make the trade. Yes! We finally found a dungeon song. That took way too long. But I can't believe it worked. Alright. Well, that changes my course. We are going back to Woodfall. And that's a good thing. I have the small key, I have the boss key, I have fire arrows. I can make this dungeon complete. And the really nice thing is this is the only dungeon in the game where the 15 stray fairies can be collected without the use of the Great Fairy's Mask. And I have tested that. Stone Tower, I don't think I went as far in with, but I'm fairly certain that Snowhead and Great Bay temples, they need the Great Fairy's Mask for at least one of their stray fairies, which means that you can't get their rewards without finding the Great Fairy Mask. Now, would it have been really nice to have the Great Fairy's Mask for right now? Yes, absolutely. But I'm adventurous. I can do this. So I just gotta make my way through through the swamp again. It looks like Woodfall Temple is going to get a full exploration from me, because I need it. Like, I absolutely need this fully explored. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Nope, I don't need to look at you. I just need off. Okay, my bottle is empty. There is a fairy over here. So here's what we're gonna do. So just in case. Just trying to... I was thinking there was like some stunt I could have done. I'm fairly certain I've watched people who like could find a way to like, I don't know, clip their way up onto that and save themselves like a lot of time. I've not practiced it, so I wouldn't be good at it. Okay. Now, for real, it is time for Woodfall. It's also time for the lag spike again. I was supposed to hit one of yous. And now we're rid of you. I hate that every time I've had to kill those, like, just because of time. And the nice part is I will be able to do the entire dungeon. Like every chest, every puzzle, like I can do the whole 9 yards. I really don't even have to save the Deku Princess either, because all that would do is just get me to access the Butler race. Mine. Oh, I was hoping I would hit the bad scrub. There. Just lifted up by a small pixel. So right now, like, thanks to finding that hint for Anju and Cafe, I need to be able to find Anju's letter somewhere. And then I gotta set up the whole chain of events, so I will also need to find the Cafe mask. So I've got a few new requirements that have found their way onto this list. And the thing is, too, like, so I will have to find the hook shot for sure to even get to Ikana Canyon. So eventually I'm gonna have to find it. But with all of that, like, I'm going to, like, have to do the whole side quest, get to the final hours of the day to get the Stone Tower boss key, and then reset time, because there's no way I've got enough time to get up there and defeat Twin Mold. And then have time go back to the proper time. However, the Giant's Mask will make defeating Twin Mold a lot quicker. Okay. This feels good. It took just shy of 5 hours, but I'm finally in my first temple. This is painful. Fun, but painful. Okay, so we'll come down here. What do we got? Biddy? So I'll just go through this the way I normally would. Be a lot of rupees here, I'm guessing. Oh, I think I got a good angle here. We're gonna make this work. That's the nice part. I can shortcut so many things here. There, if I turn the water non-poisonous, it won't be as bad. This is just something funny I thought of. I would have laughed really hard had the arrow, like, kept moving. Like, because I saw the arrow, it was frozen there. If I had saw the arrow and it lifted into the, like, the torch's hitbox, and then the arrow relit itself on fire. Okay, I don't need the heart piece. But it relit itself on fire and lit the other torch on the stump in the back. That would have been way too funny. Okay, what do we got? Where are you? Might as well just collect you. Still gets me back on the land anyway. So when I'm finished here, I'll hit the platform. Alright, so here, turtles. Turtles need to be smashed. It's kind of nice having the Goron mask for this. All right. Ocean 9. Get on the platform. And let's trigger that switch. That is the nice part, that even if you don't have fire arrows, as long as you have regular arrows, it is very easy to get the shortcuts going in this dungeon. Okay, so we've got a frog to deal with. I would much rather have my sword. Oh, jeez. Okay. Can't really... I feel like I've heard people say they can do that, but I've not figured out the timing. So we'll just do this the old-fashioned way that I know of. But this is probably the scariest frog I've ever dealt with. Yeah, I think this is Majora's Mask theme. So this is stage 1. Come on, stand still. There we go. One more hit. Gotcha. Get out of here, you crazy frog. Alright, what do we have? Bomb shoe. Alright. Yeah, next room would probably be the one just directly across from me. Get that one taken care of. And then I can focus on the other wing of the dungeon. Also, happy 5 hours! I'm just taking a look at my time. Okay, so the mini-boss theme equals scary. Thankfully, they're not really that scary. Heart piece. Well, that's good. Getting health, I need, really. Okay. Also get the ladders triggered. I'm surprised I didn't do that. Oh wait, I came at it from the bottom side. I wouldn't have had time to do it. Okay. So I'll just get this. Heart pieces really will help me out. Okay, so we'll get this. This will trigger another fairy. Kind of go in the locked way there, just get things moving. There, so now I don't have to do any crazy shenanigans on the water platform. Oh, so it actually counts as a fairy if you find it from a chest. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so... do that. And burn. That is... Tomorrow's Mask. Okay, so we'll add Kamaro's Mask to the list. And what are you? You are a Snowhead Fairy. Snowhead Fairy number 9. Oh boy. Okay, and I believe there is one more hiding up here. Bombchu. This is the Bombchu Temple. And this is the I'm going to burn dragonflies to a crisp room. Is it overkill? Absolutely. Is it funny? Also absolutely. And money. Okay, I'm trying to think. What way is... So I can do that. Gets me in here. Take that just in case. I'm trying to remember my rooms here, because there's this room here. So I gotta get the fairy out of this. There you are. Yeah, I think I can just exit this room. Bottle of milk. Okay, that's still a little out of the way. Because the next room over there takes me to the platform room with the dragonflies, and I can go down. But then that stairway leads me to the top floor, which I don't need to go to. So I can just do this. And that's a quick way back. Okay, that works. Okay, so in the next room coming up, I've got 4 stray fairy bubbles to look after. And then I can go in and face old Dolwa. What do we got? Heart piece. Token. Which I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to try to get it. I don't know what this game wants of me anymore. What are you? Oh, I couldn't tell. The hook shot! Oh, that feels so good. I finally got the hook shot. That means I can now go places. Oh, that feels good. Woodfall. I've spent way too much time in you. But I at least can say that you gave me the exact tool that I needed. Okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I'll just do it flower by flower. Yeah, I don't have to get the one that's in the fire, but I want to get the token in the event that I need it, and then I can say it's good. Probably just wasting time again still, but... There's no way the game requires me to get all of the tokens to complete it, right? Right? I wish I could look into the future and just see, like the me that's editing this and just going, it's like, well... or something like that. Just something Well, this is good. Woodfall is now finished. I just gotta beat Old Dolwa, which should be really quick with the Gilded Sword. And yeah, that's probably a good spot for me to take another break. Having just cleared a temple and then finding out I need to, like, complete Anju Cafe to get the ending of this. Yeah. Let me, let me take a little time to get my bearings again. But this is good. I've got the hook shot now. That means Oceanside Spider House can be done. And I can do basically everything in the game now. Yeah, Star Wolf. Oh, I don't have a shield. That's right. I can't deflect any blows. I have to be real careful with this. Hey, you're not supposed to jump on me. Good thing I've got the fairy. Oh, right. I remember how I do this. Well, I kind of remember how I do this. Deku spinning can be surprisingly effective in this. Also, I cannot believe I deflected those. Ow. Did I already say that I'm really glad I've got the fairy? Because I'm really glad I've got the fairy. I mean, to be fair, I think Arrows is faster. Oh, yep. There we go. Get rid of all the junk around here. I've defeated you. Oh, look at that. That is a Stone Tower Fairy that I don't really need. And of course, because the remains are not randomized, Old Dolwa's remains. There we go. First temple down, and Oath to Order is Piece of Heart. Okay. Perfect. Oh, things... It's taken so long, but things are finally coming together. And with that triumph over Old Dolwa, I say pause. There we go. Boy, this seed's being a whirlwind. This is probably the hardest seed of this game I have ever had to tackle. So I'm looking forward to when I can finally say I've conquered this. But that's still going to be a ways away yet. But we have the hook shot. Like, that finally gives me the things necessary to finally get items now. And more importantly, I can finally go to the Oceanside Spider House and get everything that's in there. So that's probably going to be where I'm heading next, but I will do that on the next episode. So as I always say, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, stay safe, and have a good day.